So go. Are you new here? Welcome to the club.
Paint to Win, the latest and greatest and first game by the Paint to Win team. Let me just throw all of these buzzwords out of the way first. Hotline Miami, Otso, Manhunt, Twisted Metal, Postal, Thrill Kill, Doki Doki Literature Club meets Silent Hill. Paint to Win is a frantic top-down shooter in which you play as a slaughterer, an ally to someone who clearly either wants to bring order back to this massive fucking chaos or simply wants to eat the brains of particularly violent, insane people. The game starts in a mega prison, but as you move forwards, you'll see more scenarios, when they're added, that is. If you couldn't tell, this game is more of a dream or a nightmare than hard reality. But don't expect things to end up turning back around and telling you you're the bad guy for doing this. No one is innocent, everyone sucks, and you can tell by the way everything looks that this is a cesspit of degenerates and scum. To that end, Paint to Win has a really cool art style which I really appreciate. While some complaints can be attributed to the fact that, you know, this game is on early access and just barely started handing out playtests, I do believe it might be worth mentioning them, either for posterity's sake or because I don't wanna give the devs my email so they can send me pictures of evil clowns.
Look at the clown.
As it stands, Paint to Win has a strong personality. While it can be compared to the likes of, you know, Hotline Miami, Otso, and fucking Bloodbath Kavkaz, it has its own strong, violently ugly, purposefully repulsive art style which works to not only sell the setting, but also to get you acquainted with the fact that whatever the story is, it's not pretty, there's no heroes, and you should only focus on having fun. I'm also gonna mention, none of this is pixel art, since the devs felt strongly enough about that to mention it in their product description. Now, having said that, the personality does falter a little, at least right now, with a severely limited soundtrack, standing at only about 4 to 5 songs in my experience. All of them are fitting and properly motivating, but you get repeats very often. Not ideal, since for these action-driven, adrenaline-pumping, top-down games, music is about as important as a fun gameplay loop and the aesthetic that will surely have 15-year-olds foaming at the mouth to make a TikTok edit about how #losercore they are for playing this instead of Fortnite. There's a specific track that I really like because it reminds me of my days as a juggalo. Talking about the gameplay loop, it's the same but different. You start a level, kill everyone within, what I assume is the asylum warden lets you through to the next level, and the massacre repeats itself. Of course, you do good to keep an eye out, since secret areas will be your main source of perks. These vary between statistical improvements, damage resistances, and life insurance to get a few extra lives. Because yeah, this isn't a free ride, you only have a limited amount of chances to get to the end of this massive fucking map, so keep your wits about you, since simply throwing yourself at the enemy hoping the AI will be lenient this time won't cut it. The levels are all handcrafted too, by the way. What is somewhat randomized is what levels you'll actually get to visit. Some rooms letting you choose between routes. If you stick with it, you can probably become a pro that knows all these levels and their secrets like the back of your hand. Combat bounces between short little periods of downtime where you stare at the next room over, imagining how you're gonna tackle it, and then the 5 to 10 seconds where you either make it or get fucked up immediately. Life is easily taken, and that includes yours, so you need to be reactive, proactive, and retractive. If only the doors weren't so fucking annoying. It all looks cool, but at the same time I do feel that at this point it lacks a little more flavor, to my taste at least. I'm not saying that this game should look like fucking Tamashika, where there's a million fucking things going on in your screen to keep you engaged, but it could do with, you know, a little more rumble, a little more screen shake, just to put a little more oomph into everything, right? Or maybe that's just me being retarded. But yeah, that's the game. Evil Asylum Massacre Simulator. As of right now, Paint to Win is in early access, or rather, early testing. Dropping by their Steam page will let you have a chance at getting a copy for yourself and getting a taste of the experience. Plus, I'm sure they'd appreciate some sober commentary rather than shitty reviews by people trying to break out of a creative slump. Other than that, Paint to Win, decent. It's too early to say if it's bad or good, but I think there's a solid foundation there to work with. All that matters from this point on is whether the Paint to Win team will stay on top of the ball or go Bloodbath Kavkaz and disappear off the face of the earth, because yeah, that could always happen.
We pull out our hatchets and our pistols. We raid on it and we're like, "What the fuck did you say, you little bitch?" Leader comes out, he's like, "You best get the fuck out of here, faggots." I was like, "Fuck you, man."